Hey guys, Jake and Sarah Salyer here with another episode of At Our Kitchen Table with Hearth Homes. Today we are going to talk about what we are expecting to see in 2022.
We're going to predict the future.
Well, this year's just carried on craziness from 2020 right into 2021, and I think everybody that we talk to feels like the year's just flown past us. It's been busy. It's been crazy. Next year, I really don't see a dramatic slowdown and or crash in our future. I will say the last 3 months, it has become less of a seller's market, still a seller's market.
Yeah.
Would you back that up?
Yeah, I mean, toward this tail end, toward the tail end of the year, school starts and things like that. Houses start to sit. Here's the thing, houses have been sitting, like 0 days on the market and it's already sold. And then it's very quick. But then at the same time, if a house is sitting like 3 days on the market, now all the buyers are like, well, what's wrong with it? And it's like, 3 days is still a very short amount of time for a home to be on the market. So if you want to call that a slowdown, I don't really count that as a slowdown. It's
a slowdown from what we saw in June, July.
A little bit, yeah.
We are still seeing so many cash buyers.
Yeah.
We start out almost every single consult with telling everyone we are not salesmen. We cannot sell your house in the fact of what a car salesman does, right? I'm not going to push anybody to make a 30-year commitment. Your house sells your house. We are still telling everybody at the beginning, I'm segueing into us not being salesmen by saying, when we tell you the house is going to fly, we're still seeing crazy cash offers above list price. Like, where did all these people with all this cash come from?
Sure. Now, to segue, looking at the history of 2021 and what to expect in 2022, I agree with Jake. I think it's going to be a lot of the same things. The only difference is, we've had product shortages throughout the year affect things. That's still going to happen. I think it's going to be different types of products. I think a lot of people are, like, if my stuff would just get off the boat in California type situation, I think that's still going to happen. So we're still going to run into that. And guess what? COVID's not going away. It's not gone away and it's not going away. So there's still adjustments there as a whole that we have to anticipate. So it's hard to say, we know exactly the trends, because the trends over the last really 2 years have been so crazy. Interest rates are still fairly low. I haven't been given any indication that they're going to start rising at any time. I haven't heard any differently. So that's still great for buyers and that's still great for sellers. So in my opinion, it's still a great time to buy or sell.
It's still hard to buy.
Right.
Buying right now is still super competitive. I don't want to make it sound like it's lulled out. It's just not as crazy as it was, right? But we always see a slowdown around this time of year. So December is always a great month. Big for closings for us as everybody's trying to get their year-end stuff done. But it definitely has slowed down from the summertime, which is typical.
If you look at a year as a whole in real estate, so you start at the beginning of the year, it's still cold, winter, January, February, it's still kind of, not as busy. March hits, and we start to see things start picking up, because when March hits, you're like, oh crud, school's fixing to be out. Like, we are almost there. So then people start thinking, well, our kids are older, we're gonna be in this school district now, or kind of now's the time to do that. So then March, April, May, people really start gearing up and we start hitting those closings. We'll start having a lot of closings June, July, and into August. So then it gets really busy for the summer. And then once school starts, it starts to slow down, because guess what? Everyone's back into school, getting into the routine, vacations are over, all of that stuff. And then we come into September, October, and they're like, we want a new house for Christmas or Thanksgiving. And so things start to pick up again. And so you start looking at a regular, normal, if you want to call it normal, real estate as a whole. That's kind of your trajectory for the year. But factoring in COVID and interest rates and all of those things, next year is going to be kind of, we're going to go into it like we did 2021. All hopeful it was going to be better. And I don't want to say it was as bad as 2020, but it was still not very great.
So the catalyst for 2020 was, I really think everybody wanted to get away from everyone because COVID was new, right? Now we're knocking on 2 years of this whole ordeal, right? So I think it was literally December of 2019 where we were talking about it around the coffee table. The market was crazy then. It's just carried on in 2021. The difference being we're all kind of used to it. This is life as we know it, right?
Everyone's adjusting.
So we are adjusting or adjusted, but we definitely do not see a slowdown. There's a lot of talk in our industry about a crash. We are due for some sort of corrective crash because we can't sustain what we've been doing. I do not think it's going to be 2022.
No.
I really don't think it will be 2023.
No, it'll be a 3 to 5 year.
Yeah, where it finally
something.
catches up to at least us in Oklahoma. We might start seeing it in the crazy states like California, where people are really trying to get away.
And still shut down.
Yeah, from California, but I don't think that we're going to see a crash here. So that is our 2022
Our future prediction.
market prediction. We're not salesmen, and we're not I want to say psychologists, but psychics. Psychics, not psychics. But that's what we think is going to happen. So if you're looking at buying or selling, it's still a great time leading into the spring. It will give you some time in January, February, where we see a slowdown for you to find another place. That's been our biggest struggle, is when we have a seller, where are you going to go? The beginning of spring is always a good time to look at that, because we'll at least have somewhat of a lull historically in January, February. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please click the link, like, subscribe, text, email, Facebook message if there's anything that we can do for you and you have any questions. Thanks so much. You guys have a great day.